Hi, I'm Bob Yanega for CoolCleveland.com, and I'm here with Chef Mickey at Nexus Café and Coffeehouse. And Mickey, from what I've seen so far, I'm trying to figure out if this place is a restaurant, a coffee house, a church, a concert venue, a downtown improvement project, or what exactly do we have going on here?
I would say the answer is yes. We are all of the above. We do a little bit of everything, but it's because Cleveland needs a little bit of everything.
Okay, and you talked about sort of a sense of mission here and wanting to give back to the community. Tell me a little bit about that.
So all of the profits, when a new restaurant has profits, go back into a nonprofit organization we founded with Gateway Church called Cleveland I Love You. So Cleveland I Love You is our outreach arm in which we go out and we've planted trees in front of the restaurant here and throughout downtown Cleveland. We have to finish that project this year. We're starting projects with refugees within Cleveland. We're working with homeless. You pretty much name it, and our money is going to go back into those type of projects for the betterment of Cleveland.
Okay, and as far as some of the staff you have here, I mean, you've got quite an eclectic mix, and you have some different core values, I guess, about how you go about staffing the restaurant?
We do. It's a very eclectic mix of people. We wanted our staff to mirror that of the downtown resident as a whole. So we did. We first determined our values, and we hired people based on those values. So excellence, as in everything we do with excellence, or we don't do it at all. Service, and more than just hospitality style service, really in serving people, their needs, their relational needs. Really service to the core of selfless service. Awareness, we really wanted to educate people in the needs of the city and why buying food responsibly is important, why we direct source our coffee from Sumatra, to how to brew the best cup of coffee.
Wow, tell me a little bit more about the Sumatra connection here.
Sumatra connection is tight. It's actually one of the things that really revs my engine, if you will. So we always had it in our dream to direct source coffee and to be able to promote the gospel through the business partnership of buying beans in a region. We didn't think it'd happen until 5 years down the road, but as we know, God works. Just a few months prior to open, I had the benefit to fly to Sumatra in November of 2011. We have a missionary on the ground there, and he led me up the mountain, and we met directly with coffee farmers. And we now buy coffee directly from them and supporting a ongoing gospel work in that area now because of that partnership.
So it's kind of like the ultimate in fair trade sourcing then.
It's beyond fair trade.
Yeah, very direct connection. And so literally they're flown from Sumatra to here?
They'll be loading a ship with our second shipment within the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
So what happens is their coffee is picked and initially processed in the coffee village. It's picked up by my missionary partner and brought to his farm where he finishes the processing, packages it, and then there's another missionary that actually runs an export business. He exports it via ship to us. We pick it up. I have a local roaster, and it gets roasted once a week to be used within our coffee house or bought online at nexuscleveland.com.
Fantastic. And as far as the venue here, this is an interesting space. You're a few steps from East 4th Street. Mm-hmm. You actually back onto the 668 building, which is arguably the hottest residential address right now in Cleveland.
It is.
And Chris Hodges' restaurant is right around the corner. What is that I'm seeing over there? The Health Club? Is that part of 668?
Yep, Titans Club is Titans Gym is part of the 668 as well.
Okay, so this must be great for a pre-game or post-event type.
It is. This is a happening area. Whenever there's a game, and the Indians obviously first place right now, the games are starting to fill up a little more. These streets are hopping, and then with us being probably the premier family-friendly location in downtown Cleveland, that's really the one avenue that we really want to start capitalizing on, to be able to service those families who are coming to games and don't want to bring their kids to the bar prior or after the game.
Okay, fantastic. And yeah, I've had a little sampling here of some flatbread pizza and this fantastic pastrami salmon combination, which has just been fantastic. But you also have desserts and things like that would be more suited if I had dinner over at East 4th Street. I might want to wander over here for the...
Yeah, this is the perfect place. After you come out of a play down the street or come in from East 4th, we have what I believe is some of the best bakers available in Northeast Ohio. We contract that out, but we have a great relationship with them, and they give us some cool stuff. And you're going to have a phenomenal dessert, and I don't even think arguably the best cup of coffee in Cleveland.
Okay, and now it was interesting. Your hours are Monday through Saturday.
7:30 a.m. to
Right.
9 p.m.
Okay, and you're closed Sundays. Is this like you take off on the Chick-fil-A deal or what?
Because we do church here on Sunday, we actually have Gateway Church meets in our venue spot on Sunday morning, so the public is always welcome to join us for some coffee, and then of course welcome to join us back for service as well. And then once a month we've started doing community meals, where after church we just kind of prepare a big meal and sit down together and break bread and hang out.
Well, that sounds pretty cool because I was surprised. Walking around, knowing that there was a connection there. I didn't see any Jesus Saves T-shirts or nobody was stuffing little booklets in my hand as I ate or anything like that, which I was pleasantly surprised by.
No, I think that would probably scare away the people that we are trying to reach out to.
Okay, so you're trying to have a more purposeful, just relationship and connection without making it
Very
a churchy run thing.
purposeful. So we always are upfront and open about who we are. Gateway Church owns us as a corporation. We obviously are partnered in the Cleveland I Love You, as we shared. But we're very open that we love the city. We believe God loves the city. That's why we're here. And let people see our good works go ahead of us, and really let's lead with our love, and let
Right.
the rest come from there.
Okay, super. And tell me a little bit about the getting back to the food in terms of local sourcing and sustainability. It goes beyond just the coffee from Sumatra, which obviously isn't local, but it is a sustainable model, I think, that you've developed. But tell me about some of the other the foods that you food products that you source.
As often as we can, we use local farmers. We're still developing a lot of those relationships. Right now, we are with Lucky Penny as we carry their goat cheese, for example. But we also have Breakneck Acres in Ravenna, who have a very great relationship with when we get our whole wheat from them, our black beans from them, and it's just a small little organic farm that they just started a few years ago. We just started, and so we work together in the best way to serve and still allow them to serve their community. And I also work with an urban farm as well that's going to start preparing some greens for us and things of that nature. That's just over on 60th and Superior, but we bring all of our compost there to benefit them, and then we're going to begin purchasing some greens and miscellaneous items from them as well, and they get to serve the community in the urban environment and bring health and education to them, and it allows us to help them support that mission, and that's actually a really exciting thing going on right now.
Oh, definitely. It's fantastic. Now, obviously, though, being in Cleveland, you're limited at various times of the year with the types of things you can source. So how do you get around that?
We actually change our menu 4 times a year for each season.
Okay.
So from winter to spring, you'll see a pretty major change as new things become available. From spring to summer, coming up June 1st, we'll probably do our first menu change. You're going to see slight changes because there's obviously just a little bit more fruit available, a little bit more of the greenery. So we'll make the major change. Then we go into fall, because of the change in what's available, you'll see a major change in our menu based on that. So, and then we're also working on, even when it cannot get locally, we're still going to use as responsibly as we can. So while I may not have a chicken partner yet, we still use free-range chicken, for example.
Well, folks, the video is about to end, but I'm going to stay here and continue to chow down on this fantastic food at Nexus Cafe, and I would suggest that you get yourselves down here as soon as possible to do the same. For CoolCleveland.com, this has been Bob Yanay.